Jesus freak here. It's a lot cooler today than it's been the past few days, thankfully. We had another heat wave. I'll say this. I was running my air 24/7 for a few days there. I'm like, I don't like to do that. But at least the place stayed cool enough. Barely, but that's better than it had been. Last year there were a few days. I don't think it was even up as hot as it was the past few days. And it was just intolerably hot in my apartment. So that little experiment I did with the air conditioner seems to have helped. So I'm sure there's going to be the types that are like, I've sometimes brought up some of the stuff that's been dredged out by some of the righteous Reformation YouTubers. And I'm like, honestly, I don't really fit in. Yes, I'm a Christian. Yes, I'm taking a stand against all that stuff that they're taking a stand against. That's about where it all ends, honestly. I have this same righteous anger, righteous indignation that they have. But I come from a completely different perspective. You see, they're mostly from backgrounds related to the New Apostolic Reformation, the Pentecostal charismatic word of faith, health and wealth, name it, claim it, blab it, and grab it stuff. A lot of them were very closely associated with that, or had been hurt by that. The heresy hunters, which I've also, I've been following with them a lot. Some of them have also, been connected with that in the past and rubbed wrong by the charlatans in the movement, which is pretty much all of them, Your Benny Hinn's, your Kenneth Copeland's, Kenneth Copian, I call him, Jesse Duplantis, bunch of real winners, those guys. And, honestly, I never even watched that stuff. It's like, if for some reason I was watching and there was nothing else on, and I wound up turning on one of the Christian TV stations, it's like, something's not right here. But that's because I don't come from that background. So, all those stations are red flags to me. Like the Pentecostal ones, Trinity, CBN, Daystar, you know, they all set off red flags to me. I can assure you I've never heard of a, United Methodist, or even more broadly speaking, mainline Christian TV station. It's all either charismatics or Catholics. EWTN, Eternal Word, is Catholic. And frankly, some of those types on Eternal Word, they're just like the charismatics.
Wait.
Then again, Pentecostal charismatic Catholics are a thing too, as much as it sounds like it shouldn't be. Here I am, United Methodist, the blasé of the blasé, like if the middle of the road had a middle of the road, this would be the middle of the road of that middle of the road. That's United Methodist. That said, you can look up our history, and honestly, the whole charismaniac movement exists because of us. Because of George Whitefield, the forgotten founder. You know what they say, history's written by the victors. So, yeah, we kind of do have some responsibility here. Anyway, Jesus freak out.